A weird E3 2021 leak about having a paywall for the event confused the internet yesterday, and it wasn't an April Fool's gag. Platinum Games has announced a new game for the Nintendo Switch and PS4, but it's probably not what you think it's going to be. And finally, after the removal of Super Mario 3D All-Stars from the Nintendo Switch eShop and no more copies going to retailers, to the surprise of no one, the scalping has begun. What's going on, guys? I'm RGT85. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to like the video. But without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. So last year, we of course really had no events to speak of when it comes to big conventions. Things like E3 2020 were actually shut down and many companies just did their sort of own digital presentations. Well, with the world still in the situation that it's in, of course, we're not having any real big events this year, at least in the first half of the year. So E3 2021 was kind of in question. Well, E3 2021 is going to happen, but it's only going to be a digital event, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense in the first place. Like, if I don't understand the whole point of having a real E3 with, you know, hundreds of thousands of people gathering all together, like, do you really get that much more of an advantage being at the show? I guess maybe to play some of these games, but with the rise of the digital age, you would think that companies could just, I don't know, put these demos available so that people could play them on their systems at home instead of having to go to this event. But I do understand it is a bit of a business thing. But since E3 2021 is of course going to be a digital event, a very strange rumor hit the internet yesterday. Now, this was being reported by Video Games Chronicle, and essentially in this they were saying that E3 was potentially going to have a paywall for some of the events, meaning that if you wanted to see something or maybe get a demo of a game, you were actually going to have to pay money like you were actually attending the event. And this of course rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Well, quickly after this report hit the internet, E3 actually came out and said, no, that's not going to be the case. It's going to be a free digital event, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people were wondering, well, why did this Video Games Chronicle actually run this article? Video Games Chronicle is a pretty good website, in my opinion, much better than a lot of the other websites out there. So what was sort of the holdup with this? What was the confusion over it? I do fully believe that E3 was thinking about doing something like this and maybe had made mention to it to like a developer or something, that they were thinking about doing something that was going to be behind a paywall, because like I said, this is a business thing for them. This is how E3 makes their money during their event. People of course pay money to go to E3. People pay money to have their stuff on the E3 show floor. But I think the diminishing return of it being an online only thing is definitely scaring a lot of people away, because why would you want to spend all this money for just a simple digital event that, let's be realistic, these companies can just host themselves. Look at what Xbox does. Look at PlayStation State of Play, Nintendo Directs. Like, these companies have gotten very savvy when it comes to making their own presentation. So no, it doesn't look like there's going to be a paywall for any E3 2021 stuff, but is there really a reason to even have it? I think that's the big question. If there is no big show floor, if you don't have people testing games and checking them out hands-on, what's sort of the point of doing the event digitally when these companies can do it for a fraction of the price and do it themselves and have a lot more control over it? Let me know what you think of the E3 2021 situation in the comment section down below. Next up, Platinum Games is definitely a company that Nintendo fans are very familiar with, whether it's games like Bayonetta 1 and 2 that were available on the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch, games like Star Fox Zero, which I don't hate Star Fox Zero. I know a lot of people do. I think it's a very good game. I don't think it's a great game. I don't think it's the best Star Fox game in the world, but I think it's a lot better than a lot of people give it credit for. And of course, most recently, Astral Chain, which was a big hit for the Nintendo Switch. It was one of my favorite Switch games when it came out, and I still like playing it from time to time. Well, Platinum Games has announced a new game that will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, and Steam, but it's probably not what you wanted it to be. Of course, the last Platinum Games release that we got was the Wonderful 101, which had that Kickstarter that I just felt was completely unnecessary to do, but you know, whatever. It's people want to sort of pre-order the game through a Kickstarter. It's their own money. I don't care. I just wasn't going to put my own money into it because I wasn't a big fan of the game to begin with. Well, the new game, like I said, it's not your Bayonetta 3. Obviously, it's a multi-platform game, and it's not necessarily a game that you might be super interested in. It's a game called Sol Cresta. Now, what is Sol Cresta? Well, Sol Cresta actually has a very interesting story, because back in 2020, which feels like forever ago, during April Fool's, Platinum Games actually said that they were releasing a shoot-'em-up game called Sol Cresta, and that was their April Fool's joke. Well, now it's not a joke. It's what the game actually is. Now, this is going to be a part of their Neo Classic Arcade series, which I guess is a new sort of retro imagined style games that will be coming out. And you look at it, and I mean, it's a vertical shoot 'em up. I don't think it looks bad or anything like that. I don't know that I would pay any more than, you know, $10, maybe $15 for it. I mean, obviously, there's just a 1-minute trailer that they show that this game is actually a game and it's actually in development. But I just feel like, you know, so many people are looking forward to information on things like Bayonetta 3 or whatever else Platinum Games is working on, because obviously they have some bigger projects going on, and I'm sure that a small team is working on this game, so to not sort of put stress on people working on other projects. But it just seems very weird, and it's very strange that nobody really talked about this game. I guess a lot of people thought that it was just another April Fool's joke, potentially for 2021, but the Korean rating board actually put out a rating for this game, so this is an actual game. It is Sol Cresta. It is a vertical shoot 'em up. It is not a Bayonetta game, and it's coming to your Nintendo Switch. Are you interested in this game? For me, like I said, it's definitely going to be contingent on the price point. Let me know in the comment section down below. And finally, a couple days ago on the channel, we made a video talking about Farewell Mario. Goodbye, Mario. He's leaving the building. He's leaving the Nintendo Switch with several games. The Game & Watch is leaving too. I forgot to mention that in the video, but make sure you guys check out that video. There's a very funny skit at the start of it. But yes, Mario 3D All-Stars is the main thing here. Of course, there's also Super Mario Bros. 35, but really, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, that's the main thing here. That's the main game that's going away. A compilation of 3 Mario games. Of course, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. Now, there's been many questions as to why this is happening. You know, oh, it's a 35th anniversary celebration. Okay, well, why did you release the game in September? Why did you give people 6 months? But, you know, whatever. Obviously, what's done is done, and now we are starting to see the repercussions of this. We're starting to see the ramifications of this, because today, the time you're watching this video, is at least April 2nd, which means that Mario is missing. Mario is gone. Mario is off the eShop. And what's gonna happen with this? Since people can't buy it on the eShop, since retailers are pulling copies off the shelf, what do you guys think is going to happen with this situation? I wonder. Scalping? Scalping, maybe, anyone? Right now, I have eBay pulled up for sold listings on Super Mario 3D All-Stars for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm filming this video at about 10 p.m. Eastern time on April 1st, so, you know, keep that in mind when you see sold listings for April 1st. But these are all sold listings for the game, and let's just take a look at some of these, shall we? $59.99 cart only, $75.59 Canadian, $70 in the US, $80 in the US. These are sold listings for this game. Of course, there are people putting it up for much higher amounts of things like that. There's people asking thousands of dollars for it. I don't pay attention to listings like that. I look at the sold listings to see what people are actually paying for this game. And now we're already seeing the scalping out of control. $20 over the MSRP, literally one day after it's removed from the Nintendo Switch eShop and from retailers. And I know a lot of people are saying to yourself, well, why is this happening? You know, why are people wanting to buy this game? I mean, just look at the world around you. Like, look at the world and how it is. Like, not everyone can just go out and buy a game when they want to buy a game. You know, some people are fortunate and they're able to do that. Some people are not fortunate enough to be able to put it in that situation. A lot of people, of course, if you guys watch this channel, you're probably more of a hardcore gamer, so you keep up to date with things happening in the world of video games, because, I mean, I make videos about things happening in the world of video games, but the average person is not like that. So if the average person hears, oh, Super Mario is going away off the Nintendo Switch, oh, I have to buy it by March 31st, that could put a wrench in some of their plans of what they're doing. Like, let's be realistic. Some people don't get paid until the 1st of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the 1st of the month. So cash your checks and get up. Like, you know, you got to wait till the 1st of the month to get your paycheck in to be able to buy something. Some people don't get paid until a Friday. So if you wanted to buy Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but you didn't know it was a limited availability thing, like, you're just sort of screwed, and now you have to bite the bullet and pay a higher price. I just don't understand this situation from any aspect of it. It doesn't benefit consumers, and it doesn't benefit Nintendo, because Nintendo isn't making money on this game anymore. And to see that the scalping is already happening and prices are already going up on this game, it's going to be absolutely insane. I mean, Mario tried to kill me in my video because I left my copy sealed, but I left my copy sealed for a reason and picked up a digital version of the game because I knew something like this was going to happen. You see scalping with all hot video game items and just hot items in general. general. So it's absolutely disgusting, and it's disgusting because of the fact that it's not being scalped because of low availability. It's being scalped because Nintendo themselves removed it. I saw some people on Twitter saying, oh, why does nobody call out Nintendo when they do weird things? And I'm like, yo, you don't watch my channel then, because I am at the forefront of calling out Nintendo on things that I don't agree with. And I know a lot of you guys are Nintendo fans that watch this channel, but I'm always going to keep it real with situations like this. And to keep this situation real, I think it's bullshit at the end of the day. So yes, the scalping has begun for this. So hold on to your copy, because you might be able to get even like triple digits for this game in the upcoming weeks. All right, so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below. What do you think of the E3 fiasco? What do you think of Sol Cresta? Is this a game that you're going to want to pick up? I do like the name, Sol Cresta. And of course, Super Mario 3D All-Star Scalping. Are you surprised? Did you not expect this to happen, or do you have a brain and you can see this coming a mile away? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. I just want to let you guys know I'm putting a strong focus on editing from now on. These videos will be top-notch edited from this point going forward, and I'm just kidding. April Fools. I tried to force out a burp there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be sure to like the video, check out other videos on the channel. Later.